And the fact that someone feels that to be offended is a crime, we need to have a consequence because you've been offended. Like, free speech is free speech. Free speech is only dangerous if it's a threat. If it's a threat, we don't know if you're going to follow through. You might actually do that shit. I'm going to blow this bitch up. But if I say that, man, all these kind of people are this, hey, and I'm saying it in a joking manner or whatever, then it's a joke.
Yes. It's season 3, episode 5.
Yeah.
Of the Fuck That Shit Dawg podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You got your boy Veezy.
Qurious.
And today,
let's get to it.
We're not a sports podcast, but today we're going to talk about some fucking football.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And of course, before we get into it, we're going to remind y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and click that bell. That'll get you notified every time we drop an episode. And I think it worked. Nah, y'all ain't clicked the notification button, man.
Well, I appreciate the fact that there's definitely been some people watching. Dawg, like I said, we need to use some of those buzzwords. There's some hot topics that we've been hitting.
Yep.
And we got some pretty decent number of views. So keep watching.
Yes, sir. And today, we got the forgot. Also, if you wanna follow us on social medias, we got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all FTSD Podcast. So, you're hearing this, and we ain't got the social medias going as crazy right now as we probably should. And that's gonna need to change. But once we figure out how we're gonna do this shit, you know what I'm saying, we just gonna start hitting y'all with some shit. So y'all go ahead and get y'all follows in early, so that now when y'all follow us, and we start posting the crazy shit, y'all will be there for the crazy shit instead of having to hear about the crazy shit.
Yeah, my daughter tried to explain TikTok to me. She's like, did that shit easy, and I was just like, what? Like, I was straight confused. So, it definitely.
Did you try to do a dance on it?
No, not a dance. Just like, post a video. Like, she did a video where she took a picture of her face, and it had like where you could do your voice talking while you like frozen, and like some kind of weird. So I was like, well, that's pretty neat, but I didn't know how to do it myself.
Look, we're gonna have to get the younger generation.
Oh yeah.
To teach us how to do that, because I don't know either. I'll be watching the TikTok videos like how they do that, because I wanted to do one.
A crazy production.
Yeah, I wanted to do one where how they got a picture behind, like the green screen shit. I wanted to do one of them. Yeah. But I was like, I don't know how you do this shit.
Yeah. It definitely takes some sitting down and just messing with all.
And it ain't an age thing, because the TikToks I be watching be grown ass men.
Oh yeah, lots of grown.
You know what I'm saying? They well in their 50s. 40s and 50s, so it ain't no age thing. They just learned how to use the shit and ran with it. So I'm pretty sure once we learn how to use the shit, we can run with it.
Absolutely.
As far as getting clips put up, I'm getting them together. It's just they're not gonna be the same format as the YouTube videos. I'm trying to figure out how to format them correctly. But that's what I want to start doing, is just putting clips up, like little 2-3 minute clips of the actual conversations,
right? And
then post them and link them back to the show, so that when you click on the or when you watch it, you tag it with like link in the bio. The link is already in our Instagram,
right? So
when you go to the Instagram, you click on the link, it take you to the link tree, and that's where all the shit at.
Everything,
yeah. So
cool.
All right, we halfway there. we halfway there. We'll get there.
It's a process.
Yeah. And when we get there, it's gonna take off like a 757. So we in there. Let's talk about these $50 million slaves, bro.
All right. That's the big topic of the day.
Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about some football today, just because I was going, and I told you earlier, I was, going through the trending topics, looking through my news, everything that, you get notifications and everything.
Right.
They come to the phone, and everything that it seemed like all the like good news, bad news, all the trending stuff seemed to be surrounding football.
Right.
And I was like, well, damn, since we got this, we might as well talk about some football shit, see what's going on. And
No problem.
and y'all know, we just like I didn't line anything up, so we're probably gonna be jumping all over the fence with this one.
Right.
But the first thing, of course, that everybody was kind of talking about is the Super Bowl coming up. It's not playing today, but next week.
Right.
Last week we was watching the Chiefs game as it was playing.
Right.
And the Chiefs end up winning that game. So Super Bowl coming up is the Eagles and the Chiefs. And the significance in that is it's the first time ever that two black quarterbacks will be starting against each other in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, how you feel about that?
Well, I mean, I think it's definitely monumental.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny that it's two mulatto Negroes, two lights, but still.
Jalen Hurts mulatto?
Nah, I was just fucking around. I was just saying these are two light skinned niggas, two light skinned niggas. But still, though, it's monumental. It's cool. But would you believe that the reporter from the city got backlash because he called them two black quarterbacks?
Which reporter?
From Jacksonville, his name like Michael Porter, something like that.
On like Action Jackson News?
Yeah. Action News. Like he said, he called them two black, whatever. I guess maybe people commented on the fact that he named them two black, quarterbacks.
They are two black quarterbacks.
Exactly.
So who we got mad?
No.
White people got mad.
White people. Yeah.
White people got mad.
Yeah, backlash.
Y'all, hey, white people, stop getting mad on our behalf. Y'all we not doing this. Because we celebrated that they was two black quarterbacks. Well, we can't call ourselves black now? Y'all can't? Are white people trying to find a new name for us?
I doubt it. But the thing about it is, this the thing. White folks feel like they can make the rules to everything. So we don't want you to identify yourself as that or either take credit for their own brilliance, I guess. I mean.
I know why they mad. Because he said two black quarterbacks, and white people are in this post-racial thing where nothing should be about race anymore.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Regardless of the fact, because it was a big deal when it was two black coaches in the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, it shouldn't be a big deal because, this is a long time. This shit should have been happening.
But the thing about
there should have been black coaches.
It's based on the lack of opportunity.
Yeah,
you've never given dudes the opportunity.
Like,
so when they're actually there,
when it was two black coaches, it was monumental because there's barely black coaches in the NFL.
Tony Dungy, Lovie Smith.
Yeah,
who's gonna win?
Yeah.
Who's gonna outsmart who?
And now that it's two black quarterbacks, it's because there was barely any black quarterbacks in the league. Y'all didn't want us to play quarterback.
Didn't want us to.
Niggas booed the shit out of the Titans when they drafted Steve McNair. They booed Donovan. No, they booed Donovan McNabb worse.
Very critical.
Coming out of Syracuse.
Yeah, very critical of him.
Shit, the Eagles. I don't know how revered Randall Cunningham is in that organization, but
he was nice on Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but
I mean, true Philly fan. Well, even though they claimed that team, but white folks from Philly was not necessarily fans of Randall Cunningham.
I doubt they were.
Let's just keep it all the way funky.
Didn't he play for the Vikings too?
Yep.
For a little bit, in his career.
He was the first to throw it to Randy Moss for the touchdown.
Yeah.
And then it was like him and then Dante Culpepper.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking of. But I know, I was like, damn, I know Randall Cunningham played for the Vikings because it feel weird saying Randall Cunningham
Toward
in
the end.
Philly, and I'm like, wait a minute, he played for the Vikings. It wasn't that
Toward the end.
of his career. Shit, Warren Moon. You know what I'm saying? How this dude ain't win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He had all the records in the Canadian NFL.
Yep. Doug Williams, the first black man to win a black quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
So I mean, but these was like it wasn't a lot of black quarterbacks in that time.
At all.
Like
At all.
it was
Period.
when Doug Williams had his shine. He shined for a year. Then it was Warren Moon and Randall Cunningham. And then after that, it was Dante Culpepper, Steve McNair, Donovan McNabb in that era.
So then the floodgates got burst open with the Michael Vick project. Once Michael Vick broke, these niggas can run and throw.
But even when Michael Vick came out, it was still just him, Steve McNair.
That's true.
Dante Culpepper and Donovan McNabb.
That's true.
I want to say it was another one, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
But at least it started the notion of the mobile quarterback.
Yeah. Well,
it didn't necessarily start, but he definitely made it popular.
Michael Vick was, for lack of a better term, a beast. He was just a beast. He was different. He wasn't a mobile quarterback. This dude was different.
Yeah. He can run 60 yards, 60 yards.
Yeah, because you've always had black quarterbacks were always considered mobile quarterbacks because they use their feet. Steve McNair used his feet. Warren Moon used his feet. Doug Williams used his feet. Randall Cunningham used his feet.
Yeah.
Why is this dude's name just escaping me? But when Michael Vick came, he was just like, even in college, it was just, he was something different.
Yeah.
Michael Vick started that instead of quarterbacks using their legs as a last resort. Now,
first, like
it's your first. They running plays for quarterbacks. They didn't do that with Michael Vick. I mean, they did at Virginia Tech because option and everything. But in the NFL, they wasn't running an option like that. No. In the NFL, they was like, nah, this play is for you. Just take off.
Yep.
Michael Vick was QB draws and QB dives and all that. I don't know how often the Falcons ran an option, but Vick was sit back there. He was left-handed.
Yep.
Sit back there. 1, 2, 3. I don't see nothing.
Go.
Taking off. Look at all this green. Y'all really playing man to man against me? Out of there.
60 yards.
60, 70. That shit. That
was real.
Playoff game he won. I think they beat the Giants, where he ran that shit in overtime. I don't even think that was the Giants, but it was somebody. It was Philly against somebody.
He definitely started the trend of, hey, we need to get this kind of guy back there. You know, the traditional Peyton Manning time where like that old school stay in the pocket.
Yeah.
Only run for 5 yards and, run out of bounds.
Yeah,
slide. That guy was done after they saw success with these other guys. So, it's monumental to have two black quarterbacks.
And now you got white boys doing it.
Yeah, you got the Josh Allens of the world, and
and not to say that there ain't white quarterbacks that were considered mobile too. Doug Flutie, Drew Brees, they were all considered mobile quarterbacks, but Drew Brees wasn't taking off and running for 60 yards.
No.
Doug Flutie, he'd run around, but he'd run around behind the line of scrimmage and then throw some crazy shit up in the air. Hope it's stuck, like Johnny Manziel. Brett Favre do that shit too. That's why he threw so many fucking interceptions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Well, hey, I think it's definitely a beautiful thing, and shout out to those two guys.
Hell yeah, man! Like, it's cool to see, but it's just fucked up that it took this long for it to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's all about opportunity. How many black quarterbacks lasted on bad teams? How many black quarterbacks lasted through the build-up? You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, he came into a great system.
Yeah, I mean, the The Chiefs were like the laughing stock of the league for years. Andy Reid turned it around.
Andy Reid, but he turned his shit around with Alex Smith.
Yep.
And Patrick Mahomes came in
after that.
Yeah, the Chiefs was already a decent team. They just wasn't a winning. They wasn't a championship caliber team.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts. Philly been a playoff team.
Not last year.
Well, not last year, but before he came in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They just won the Super Bowl a few years ago with Doug Peterson.
Yeah. And then he got fired because they had a bad season.
Right.
But like they wasn't a trash organization. It wasn't years and years and years of losing.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
They just had to like go through a little rebuild.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? But what black quarterback came into a trash team and was allowed the full rebuild?
Oh, you're right. You're right. I mean, they trusted him to be, who they think he is. I mean, he's a young dude, strong arm, showing improvement.
Yep. So it's cool. It's cool to see.
It is.
It's cool to see. I'm not overhyped about it, but it's still cool to see.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I like it. And I said we was gonna be jumping from topic to topic because I didn't line none of this stuff up. So there was an arrest warrant issued for Joe Mixon.
Okay.
And they said he allegedly pointed. Matter of fact, I already mentioned it, so let's talk about it. They said he pointed a gun at a woman. There's another topic that kind of goes along with Philly and the Eagles, and it also has to do with somebody getting arrested.
Yeah, we hop back to it.
We'll hop back to that. But matter of fact, let's hop back to Joe Mixon. Let's talk about the white boy, Josh Sills.
Okay.
We can talk about them in conjunction.
Yeah.
Because Joe Mixon is allegedly, and I'm pretty sure that shit hit the news. I'm pretty sure that
they
was
said
talked
they dropped
about.
the charges.
They did?
Or either they gonna wait till they find more evidence.
Yeah, because they
as of right now they
issued the warrant. So now there's no warrant?
As of right now they like dropping the charge like as of today. Like I went and checked it like as soon as you sent it to me.
Oh, okay.
Like,
see, I hadn't checked it in a while.
Yeah, like they dropping the charges, but they said it can't be refiled.
Yeah, they find something else. But look, this the thing. If they do find more evidence and those charges do stick, I'm pretty sure we gonna hear Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp,
jump on.
Who's the other black, the fat dude?
Whitlock.
Yeah, he don't even. Who he work? This nigga work for right wing shit now.
I mean, shoot, he's just basically a henchman for the white nationalist party.
Yeah, he trash. But I'm pretty sure we gonna hear all the little Shaq, Charles Barkley. They ain't even football commentators. They gonna say something about it. All the black commentators gonna come out and just talk about how shitty Joe Mixon is.
Yeah, and condemn him
before
even finding out the facts.
But they ain't said shit about this white boy that actually got arrested for raping somebody.
Yep.
Like rape.
Rape.
Like
not
drop a pill in a girl drink and sneak a fuck when she pass out. This is
eat that ass and give me that pussy.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't mean rape is rape. I'm not saying one is worse than the other, but
Class A rape versus Class B.
One is more dangerous than the other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? One is more violent than the other, not dangerous. One is more violent than the other.
Right.
Honestly, I don't want no woman watching this and saying rape is dangerous. Yeah. I understand that. I really do. I understand. It's
definitely not making light of it. But
I'm not making light of it at all.
It's crazy.
One is more violent than the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this ain't the drug a girl and sneak a fuck when she pass out.
This ain't the Cosby shit.
It ain't that shit.
The alleged Cosby shit.
I want that pussy and I'm going to take it forcefully with violence. I'm going to ball my fists up if you try to get away. punch you, that type of shit.
Give me that.
That's the
terrible.
Yeah. And they ain't talking about that shit.
Well, I mean, man, like it's the constant double standard is what keeps America in general divided.
Who talks about this shit? Like, I want to know whose job is it, because every time a black person does anything,
it's on
they
Front Street.
march these niggas out.
They march
line them up and march them out. This is what you talk about, and I want you to talk about it a lot. And it's gonna be it's gonna hit because they see. Here's the thing: they know their audience. The majority of their audience, their real audience is white people, conservative white people that like sports.
Right.
That's ESPN's audience. Whether you like it or not, they can hip hop it up all they want.
Yeah.
That's not the shows that get the most ratings. The shows that get the most ratings is boring ass 3 to 4 o'clock times where the white people be up.
Yeah. No, that's
you wonder why they had that time slot. Nigga, when Jamel Hill and Mike, what's my man's name?
Light skinned dude.
Yeah. When they was on
His
sports,
or hers or whatever.
No, not his and hers. When they were on Sports Center.
Right.
When they made it to the 6 o'clock slot at Sports Center, white folks hated that shit. They sent in letters. They called the network. They hated that shit. And they couldn't wait till Jamel Hill fucked up.
Right.
They couldn't wait till she said something that she wasn't supposed to say so they could get her the fuck up out of there.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because they don't, like, that's their audience.
Yeah.
So they know when black people fuck up, talk about that shit because white people gonna talk about that shit.
So look, as you know, and as a kid following sports,
mm-hmm.
ESPN generally was a white network. The only thing that spiced ESPN up was Stuart Scott.
Yes.
Stuart Scott made ESPN cool to watch. And him with Kenny Mayne and I think Rich Eisen, those guys made it cool to watch.
Not
ESPN.
Rich Eisen,
the brown hair dude.
Glasses. You talking about Rich Eisen that's on NFL Network?
Yeah, he used to be on ESPN on Sports Center.
Okay.
And then
I thought you were talking about the white dude with the glasses.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah.
He was solid too. So like I said, those guys made that thing popular, but more or less Stuart Scott with the awesome commentating.
Yeah, because he was exciting.
Yeah, exciting to listen to.
Listen to.
And it's like, man, but like I said, but they're like just like you said, they're cool audience. White.
Mm-hmm.
White, man. So it's like the fact that is it a surprise that they jump to the opportunity to tear down black athletes?
Not at all.
Not at all.
But using black people to do it.
Yeah, that's
so
sinister.
That you don't seem racist.
Yeah, that's
sinister.
Sinister.
Because it's like, y'all know y'all want the white commentators to say it.
But you won't, because you can't do it, because you be like...
Because if it was Fox News...
We'd be like, this old... fuck.
Yeah. and Fox News know that... They know, just like Republicans know, black people consider us racist.
All day.
They don't care.
Everything about you.
If you say Republican, conservative, right wing, Fox News, if you say them words, all black people hear is racist.
Klan.
Racism.
Klan.
Nazi. Alt-right.
That's all I hear.
The Proud Boys. That's all you hear.
They can have all the black people they want to on Fox News. I'd be like, man, this is a sham.
Yeah.
They're paid actors.
The only if you see a black person on there, it's like you either getting paid
or you the greatest sellout of all time.
Like even when they have
no police violence.
Even when they have black people speaking the contrary to what they talking. Because I remember they had Tariq Nasheed up there. And he did a decent job. But it's like, you know he got a bag.
Yeah.
Cause they didn't bring Tariq up there so that white people could watch Tariq. They brought Tariq up there so white people could watch Tucker Carlson argue with Tariq.
That's it.
And get their blood boiling. That's right, Tucker. You tell that nigger.
Well, but you know what, man? The thing about it is, all we want is for things to be reported fairly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to say something about Joe Mixon, then bring up Josh Sills.
Not gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? Bring him up. Because you have, it's very hard to believe that out of all of the players in the NFL, that only black players get in trouble. Only black players are committing crimes. Only black players are the ones who feel entitled or feeling themselves, oh, I should get this because I'm in the NFL. White people do it too. White players do it too.
And I'll tell you, they probably do it more and just get swept under the rug.
And they get swept under the rug.
Or you know what? They probably do it with the consistency of the percentage of white people in the NFL.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, there are more black people in the NFL than there are white people.
Okay. That's safe to say.
Yeah. Especially when you get to the skill positions. If it might be more close than I think it is, but when you talking skill positions,
black.
It's black. Black all over the place.
Right.
So, yeah. And those are the people that we have eyes on. Wide receivers, DBs, linebackers, running backs, not quarterbacks, but them skill positions. Mm-hmm. Defensive tackles, defensive ends. The more skilled ones are black.
Right.
So they got a bigger lens on them. And it's like they mess up one time. Front page news. Headline for weeks.
I mean, every hour on the hour.
Josh Sills got mentioned, maybe. And I give a damn about whether he's a backup or a starter. I don't give a damn. He was in the NFL.
He in the NFL.
Talk about that shit.
Run that story.
Run that fucking story. Cause if the third string DB, who's a little black kid from Compton, if he do some shit,
it's on the news.
It's on the news.
Guaranteed.
It's on the news until the NFL does something about it.
The Giants.
And then when they do something about it, they still gonna talk about the shit.
Still.
Because they want to know what y'all gonna do about it.
The Giants had a kicker who was abusing his wife.
Yeah.
And like when I say that this shit was so under the radar and they did not run that story like that at all, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's getting help. No,
I'm knowing, bro.
No, y'all need to run his name in the motherfucking ground like you run Deshaun Watson in the ground, everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
this was physical abuse.
Physically abusing.
I think it was an offensive lineman or whatever. It was a white football player that beat the shit out of his girlfriend.
Yeah, the Seahawks.
Yeah. He talked about it for like a couple days and then
that's it.
Gone. So if you had the same smoke.
That's it. That's all I have. Same smoke.
Had the same smoke.
And I mean, and I tend to like, the Shannon Sharp and all that, because I feel like he's he sounds objective, but like just watch the line, brother. Watch the line.
Is this shit recording?
Is it?
It seemed like it. Yeah, it is, but the time ain't running, so I'm tripping. I'm seeing it record. I'm seeing the lines get recorded. So,
all right.
Yeah. Hopefully this shit don't fuck up. Motherfucker doing all this talking and then like, you know what? That shit didn't record at all. What the fuck is going on?
The fucker,
man.
But yeah, just report things evenly, man. Well,
yeah.
Where we at? Next one.
Houston Texans. You remember Tekken?
Yeah, Tekken was a great game.
That was a dope ass game, wasn't it? All right, now that I got that out of my mind.
Yep.
Houston Texans hired DeMeco Ryans as head coach.
Don't do it.
It's their third black coach.
Don't do it.
Third black coach.
That's the coaching job
in
you don't
3
want.
years.
They're going to get rid of you too.
DeMeco, you got to win a Super Bowl this year.
Yep.
Not next year. I'm talking about you got to somehow magically get your football team into this Super Bowl that they playing next week.
Look.
And win that bitch for you to keep your job.
You have no quarterback, no running back. You have no notable nothing.
And they bruh.
And they firing us.
Y'all should have learned something from Deshaun Watson. That's probably why he wanted to get the fuck up out of there.
Wanted out.
Like they traded away their best receiver. Gave him away.
Yep.
What the fuck is Deshaun supposed to do? Like, y'all giving away my weapons. What is this, a rebuild? I don't want to be part of a rebuild.
Yeah, your best years.
That's what he said. I don't want to be a part of a rebuild. And they said, okay, you don't want to be a part of this rebuild.
Hear all these accusations we've been holding back.
Accusation. Hey, we covered the shit up for you, buddy, but since you don't want to play ball.
Yep. Everybody says you did something inappropriate. Bullshit.
How many women is it now?
25.
Shit. He paid them all off?
I think at least 24.
I gotta stop doing weird shit, man.
Yeah.
Just stop doing weird shit.
That's it.
But yeah, DeMeco Ryans, I'm gonna congratulate you because, you know, he is a black coach. He is getting the opportunity. He's just getting the opportunity with the wrong fucking organization. So, congratulations, but man, tread lightly.
That's it.
Cause, nigga, y'all go 6-9, you getting fired. Definitely, if y'all don't win the first 2 of the first 3 games, you getting fired. So, your boy, Tom Brady.
I've seen.
He said it's for good this time.
He need to stick to that shit.
You think he will?
Yeah. Dog, after a while, like, I think that this past year was one of his greatest tests, but at the same time, it's like, dog, how much worse do you want to, be out there? You're going to be 46. You're still taking hits. Nobody's, some of these organizations have to look at it from a business standpoint. They're not putting no weapons around you. You're just out there struggling, getting your ass towed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, dog, just sit down.
Oh, he got weapons.
You ain't got nothing to prove.
He don't have nothing to prove. That's what it is.
Well, never. No, he ain't got no weapons. Who he got?
He got Mike Evans.
Okay, one receiver that did not show up when he's supposed to in clutch situations.
They got somebody else. They got Chris Godwin. They got receivers. Them being able to throw the ball wasn't a problem.
Well, but then also he wasn't making like certain throws that should have been easy for him.
Matter of fact, no. Let me rewind that. Them being able to catch the ball wasn't the problem.
What was the problem?
Him.
Well,
that nigga played shitty this year.
Well, you got to see that certain things diminish. I said certain routine throws that he's supposed to make, he didn't make. So if I hope he watched the tape and was like, you know what? Yeah, it's time for me to hang it up. I mean, it's just a reality check. You 45. You want come on. I mean, it's cool and all that you did win Super Bowls after you turned 40. Cool, but you shouldn't have been there. He ain't been as lights out as everybody thinking he has these past fucking years. Right. His fucking Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, he didn't win that shit. That defense won that. That defense won that Super Bowl, and they running game won that Super Bowl. Tom Brady didn't win that shit. Tom Brady didn't beat the Packers. The defense held them to fucking 2 points. It was more than that, but he couldn't score on them. Couldn't score.
So I mean, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Where was you when Matt Stafford and the Rams went ape shit on your ass? Right? Moving on. You think the NFL is rigged?
I saw that clip. I'll put it like this. Okay. 1 year when the Seattle Seahawks played Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl, it was Sean Alexander. I think it might have been Ben Roethlisberger's first one, or it might have been the dude right before Ben Roethlisberger. They said it was the most boring Super Bowl ever. The most boring Super Bowl.
Super Bowl involving Ben Roethlisberger is boring.
It was just trash. And ever since then, they wanted to make it seem like it's got to be decided in the last minute. Like to keep people watching, to keep people interested. It's like a well-orchestrated dance.
If you want to tell me that Super Bowl where the Falcons had a 28-3 lead going into the third quarter and lost,
that's crazy.
Ain't no NFL team in history in any game gave up a 25-point lead.
No, it's like everything.
Let alone a goddamn Super Bowl.
It's like everything went their way.
In the first half, you couldn't stop them. In the second half, they couldn't move the ball. What happened? Bill Belichick ain't that goddamn good. You ain't drawing up no defense that cold to say, all right, we gonna stop them
for quarters.
For 2 straight quarters, even though we couldn't stop them at all in the first fucking 2 quarters.
Don't make no sense.
Come on, man. If you want to tell me that the NFL is rigged, I'm inclined to believe you, especially if it's an NFL player saying it. But because it's Arian Foster that's saying it, I'm skeptical because he's been salty at the league for a few years now.
He was like a really good running back, right?
Yeah.
And it was like he just kind of fell off the map.
Yeah.
So it's like, how in the hell? Because that was when the Texans was good. When he was good.
He was the running back.
Yeah. So I don't know.
He been salty at the league for some years. So him saying it kind of make me now. If Calvin Johnson come out and say the shit,
I mean, man, look,
dog. If Calvin Johnson come out and say the shit, I believe it because this is a dude that had the refs fuck up two game-winning catches from him.
Man,
if he come out and say, yeah, that shit was rigged, I knew from the beginning of the season that was gonna happen. I'd be like, nigga, I believe that shit. Because that was a catch. Both of them shits was catches.
Hey, look, and if that's the case...
If Dez Bryant come out and say, hell yeah, the NFL is rigged, I'm believing that nigga.
Well, I mean, but dog, if anything... If
Tom Brady come out and say it, it's a fucking rap.
Yeah.
Because ain't no goddamn way you should have won 7 goddamn Super Bowls.
You ain't that damn good, goddammit.
I watched you at Michigan.
But man, hey...
You was that damn good and we ain't got no motherfucking natties from you? Nigga, please.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just interesting.
Nigga,
man.
have you lost your mind?
Had to get that out.
For real. I mean, it's just interesting, man. It's not totally crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. Because there's certain things you'd be like, why are all these games all of a sudden decided by a field goal in like the last minute?
Right.
23-21.
Right.
You got a whole game, you win 1 point. You know what I'm saying? 27-20.
Yeah, and a lot of times, it ain't even not a lot of times. It's always questionable calls in damn near every fucking game. And it's like, how does this fucking happen that there's always a questionable call? Like, y'all referees can't see for real? With all the technology you have, you can't see it? I don't watch games where you'll see some shit and be like, yo, what the hell was that? And they never go to the replay on it.
Yeah.
Like they'll never cut back to it. You won't see that play ever again because they know they saw it too. And it's like, all right, nope, don't even replay that. Fuck the replay. Yeah. Y'all replayed every play. Every play up to that one, but there ain't no replay. Come on now.
And then I hear that whole the next day, oh, we missed that call.
Man, it ain't even missed that call. It's like the ball bounced one way or it was a clear hold. Yeah, missed the call or just some wild shit happened.
Yeah, and you just be like, you just supposed to be good with that. No.
Hey, and if the NFL is rigged, then college football rigged as fuck too.
Well, but the thing about it is, and the crazy thing is, if you say anything about the officiating of the game, you can be fined. So
you will be fined.
Yeah, you just gotta just eat that shit. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong. Because you don't want your school to be fined, you don't want your players to be fined. Like, it's crazy. Right. So Arian Foster, I don't necessarily think he's bullshit.
I seen a meme that was like it was I can't even remember what the meme was, but the header was Tom Brady reading his script at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of his rookie season. Like, I'm finna be what? Oh, this is a dream fucking come true. How you the 6th round pick?
And you're gonna win
7 Super Bowls. Tom Brady is going to be the GOAT. If Tom Brady come out and say, yeah, the NFL is rigged, I am believing that shit.
Hey.
You ain't gotta even, dog, I believe you. Hey. It ain't black or white no more. I believe you. Y'all GOAT came out and said it. I believe if Jordan came out and said the NBA was rigged, I'm believing that.
I'm not
nigga.
co-signing that shit.
I'm not gonna believe Scott Skiles if he come out and say the NBA is rigged.
No, Scott Skiles, no.
If Penny Hardaway come out and say the NBA is rigged, I'll give him an ear. I'll think about it. But if Jordan come out and say it, nigga, you got 6 rings. You the GOAT.
I don't know. Like I said, man, I feel like this. Refs can sway a game.
You're not gonna listen to the losers.
No, you listen to the winners, but refs can sway.
That's my whole point.
Yeah. Refs can sway a game, but NFL, like the NFL, it's got to be some real thought out, great dance work. Like it's it's almost like a great ass dance.
That's not necessarily true.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's easier to influence.
It's easier to script football than it is because everybody has an assignment. Football is the one sport outside of baseball, but not even baseball, because baseball is if the ball come to you, catch that shit.
Yeah, and then it's like your error shits go up if you keep on fucking up.
Yeah, so you don't like.
You
but
the league,
nigga,
keep fucking
football is the one sport where the play starts and stops, starts and stops, starts and stops. Basketball is continuous. You can't really control what them niggas do.
You can just,
you know what I'm saying?
Sway it with the fouls and the bullshit fouls.
Yeah. Football, you can say, okay, on this play, you're going to miss a block.
Ugh.
And your quarterback going to get hurt.
Ugh.
That's what he was talking about. He said, I don't know if he said it was him or somebody else, said they was going to have a hamstring injury or something.
Yeah, no, I saw him
on game 5.
Well, I would like to see the end of that clip. I would like to,
I do. I want to. It's a clip, so you don't know how. You don't really know the context of it.
Yeah. But I want to see how in depth it goes, because then the dude started making jokes about his career.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like, was it
because they was about to ask him a question and then it cut off.
Yeah, so it's like, was it in jest or was he serious?
Yeah. So, but because it's Arian Foster, he ain't win shit.
Nope.
I'm inclined not to believe you, even though we've all said, man, that shit rigged, dog. How the fuck that happened? That's rigged.
Yeah, like that Seahawks shit did not make any sense to anyone.
The fucking tuck rule
didn't make any sense to
anyone. Watched that game. I watched the replays. I've watched the replays. Charles Woodson hit the ball out the man's hand. He wasn't throwing it. The ball was here. It wasn't up here. His arm wasn't doing like this. The ball was here.
Yeah.
He then had 2 hands on that shit. And Tom Brady admitted that shit was a fumble.
Crazy.
Years later, when it don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
But he admitted it. That was a fucking fumble.
Yep.
What the fuck is a tuck rule? They fucked up so bad, they had to change the fucking rule to make sense of that shit.
Crazy.
And then, years later, they said, okay, now ain't no more tuck rule. It's gone. There's no more tuck rule.
Ain't no more. So they
cleaned they shit up.
So they had to amend it for your boy.
They had to amend it. And then the whole next year and a couple years after that, it was tuck rule. And then they fucking got rid of that shit.
Yeah.
Tell me that.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So, like I said, if a winner come out and say, oh, hell yeah, it's rigged. Yeah. I'm believing every goddamn word he say. Because you not finna sit there and just put all your accolades on the line to out the fucking league and say, yeah, these motherfuckers, it's rigged.
Yeah,
have you seen
what's up? Where we at?
Have you seen Speed Racer?
Yeah, the show, yeah.
The movie.
1 and 2.
Okay. Did you plan on ever seeing it? You haven't seen it. Do you mind if I spoil it for you? I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But basically, the premise of that is, Speed Racer gets into racing and yada yada, they racing. But when he gets into the big shit, he finds out that shit is rigged. The winners are decided at the beginning of the season. And I guess Racer X is in there trying to blow the whole shit up. It's been a while since I've seen it. But when I'm watching that shit, this was years ago. I'm watching that shit. I'm like, nigga, that makes so much sense. And they be hiding truth in these fake ass movies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's almost like they like feed it to you.
Yeah.
Like with like a long spoon.
Yeah, and
to
it
see
ain't
like,
just
are you entertained by this shit?
right.
Because we finna do that shit in real life.
Right. So if they can listen, we ain't that goddamn creative. We ain't. People ain't. In general. There's creative people, but we ain't all that goddamn creative. Right?
Right.
They got to get inspiration from somewhere.
Mm.
So some of these motherfuckers is writing about shit that's really happening, but they got to doctor it up to make it seem like a fucking story. Like this is some shit that you wouldn't believe would happen, but it's actually happening.
Right.
Right? If you tell me in a movie that, and because it's Speed Racer, it's a goddamn movie about a cartoon. If you tell me in a movie that this shit is rigged, I'm gonna be thinking like, nigga, maybe this shit is rigged.
Well, the sports fan in me does not want to believe it, but
because
the
you know why?
in me says,
you know why you don't want to believe it?
Right.
Because you play basketball and you know that it's a competitive game and that shots do fall and sometimes you do miss shots.
Right.
And it's hard to believe that the most skilled of us can actually determine when and when not to make a shot.
That's true. That's true.
It's hard to believe that if Jordan would have missed that shot over Craig Elo, he had control of that shit. It's even harder to believe that he had the control to fucking just will it in. Like, this is going in. I mean, like, when you play and you shoot, you a shooter, you know it's going in because you can shoot.
Right.
But it's just like, you got no clue that if I pass out of this, that Steve Kerr is going to make that fucking shot.
You don't, yep.
LeBron can't, all the motherfuckers that done saved him, all the clutch shots he done passed out of, there's no way he could determine he's definitely going to make this shot.
Yeah, nah.
Ray Allen got it. Ray Allen is lights out. He misses.
He does.
Fucking Robert Ory.
Big
Every nigga that passed to him. Oh, you definitely making that. Now, in your mind, yeah, because you a shooter. He a shooter. I'm confident in passing it to him. Mm-hmm. But you can't write a script that says Robert Ory makes the shot.
No, you can't.
You can't write a script that says Kawhi Leonard is going to throw up a prayer and that bitch is going to bounce around the rim 3 times and go in. Right?
Crazy.
That's why I said, like, I would much more believe football scripted than basketball. Even though if you want to control it with fouls, be my guest. I believe that shit. But to say Tom Brady is going to throw the ball and
yeah, we just going to call deep pass interference and they going to go to half the distance to the goal and they going to run it in. Crazy.
Or
and it happens.
Or Marshawn Lynch is going to run all the way down the field to the 1 yard line, and then the Seahawks are going to try to pass the ball. Uh-huh. And it's so easy to script that because it's a play. You run plays in football.
Intercepted.
They tell you before every game. Teams script their game plans. I'm going to run this play, this play, this play, this play. These are the first 4 plays we're going to run, regardless of what the fuck's going on. These are the plays we running. Teams start games like that. I definitely believe if a winner come out and say it, hell yes, Rick.
True.
Hell yeah.
Where we at?
Autumn Lockwood. And see, I had 4 things had to do with the Super Bowl. So,
let's run.
But Autumn Lockwood to become the first Black woman to coach in the Super Bowl for the Phillies, for the Eagles. Yeah.
Salute.
Nicole Flynn, which I'm not entirely sure, but that's Jalen Hurts' mom, right? His agent is his mom.
Oh, it is?
Is it? I'm asking.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. If y'all listening and y'all know, let me know. But Nicole Flynn, Jalen Hurts' agent, a black woman, is the first black woman agent to represent an NFL quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Cool.
Cool first happening with this Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We applaud them all.
We'll take that.
I applaud them, but it ain't shit to get super worked up about.
No, I ain't got no dog in the fight. Like, whoever wins, wins.
Yeah, and I say that because, like, we got to stop getting all up in the ass about firsts in this racist ass country.
That's deep.
This racist ass, sexist ass country. They first because it wasn't much opportunity for them.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, to make a big deal like it should have been happening.
Yeah, should have been happening. Should have been happening. That's all we got for football, man. But I was just like, man, let's just talk about it. Talk about all these football topics and just throw them in the main topic space because it was a lot of them.
Yes, sir.
It was a lot of them. But we can move on, man. Omega Psi Phi.
Yes, sir.
Has revoked the memberships of them 3 fucking pigs involved in Tyree Nichols' murder.
So this guy asked me about, like, what does your organization do? I was like, what the fuck you think?
It was a white guy that asked?
No. Black dude asked me. He was a Mason or whatever. I was like, dog, what you think? Like, dog, these dudes who probably maybe financial members, like, dog, what they did does not exemplify the ideals of the organization. Like, dog, that's the only thing they can do.
Get them the fuck out of there.
Just get them out of there. Like, dog, it's absolutely ridiculous.
You don't want that shit associated with your fraternity.
0%.
You don't want that shit associated with your organization.
Yeah, dog. Like, dog, that shit was heinous, criminal, and definitely don't exemplify the ideals of Omega Psi Phi.
If them motherfuckers want to join an organization, they can join the pigs. They was part of the pigs, but they got rid of them too.
Yeah. Simple as that.
But hey, Omega Psi Phi, I salute you. Cause yeah, get them motherfuckers the fuck up out of there.
Get them out of there.
Now that's to say, if some white dudes do some shit, we expect Skull and Bones or whatever fucking secret white ass organization to do the goddamn shame.
Same thing.
I ain't never heard of. You don't think these white dudes is part of a fraternity, part of some type of order?
No, you're right. You're right.
All these white cops ain't just fresh out of high school, motherfucking couldn't get no other job, so they became cops. Every white guy ain't like that. Every white cop ain't that.
That's right.
It's white cops that went to college,
privileged,
was in fraternities, had daddy money since he was a baby.
That's right. And participate
they
in racist ass activities.
They in the police force. They judges. They crooked ass judges.
All that.
They crooked ass lawyers.
That's it.
Fucked up ass DAs. Fucked up ass senators. These senators been doing fucked up shit. I ain't never heard of no
for a minute.
And all of them motherfuckers is in. If they went to Yale, Princeton, or some other shit, they in something.
Yep, they did.
Ain't never heard of no.
And frequent Epstein Island. I was playing.
Bruh, they probably do. But yeah, hey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's up. Saw a clip of Dave Chappelle. He said he believes they are trying to take the nuance out of speech in American culture.
I definitely agree with that.
I agree with a lot of shit Dave Chappelle said.
Yeah, a whole bunch of it. I mean, when you think about free speech, the First Amendment is very clear. And the fact that someone feels that being offended is to be offended is a crime, or they're making it somewhat of we need to have a consequence because you've been offended. Like, free speech is free speech.
Right.
You cannot police free speech. Free speech is only dangerous if it's a threat. If it's a threat, we don't know if you're gonna follow through. You might actually do that shit. I'm gonna blow this bitch up. Well, shit, you need to go to jail because you might actually blow that bitch up. But if I say that, man, all these kind of people are this, hey, and I'm saying it in a joking manner or whatever, then it's a joke.
Yeah, and if you offended,
you choose
you
to
don't
be
have
offended.
to watch that shit no more.
Yeah, we choose what we're offended by.
You don't have to watch that shit no more. You don't have to try to convince me not to watch the shit no more because I found it funny.
Yeah.
And just because I found it funny don't make me a bad person. Finding stuff funny don't make you a bad person.
Yeah.
I find it funny that you know, a dude that was born a dude can cut off his junk and then call himself a woman because he takes some pills. I find it funny. Sorry.
Well,
I don't have no ill will towards you.
Yeah, I don't
I
feel
just
like
find that shit hilarious.
I
You
don't feel
was a
like
dude and now you's a fucking woman. You was a dude.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me. Sorry.
Well, and in addition to that, my best example that I always use is even a white man has the right to be as racist as they want to be. They can say whatever they want to. Just know that there's a consequence coming behind those words. If you nigga, and you say that, you know, if they punch you in your shit, that's a consequence of your speech. You know what I'm saying? You have the right to say what you want, just like I have the right to say all the crack along, all the stuff I want to say. You know, but there's a consequence.
But yeah, I mean, there's a consequence. But that consequence, like we talked about this before. Like, if like I'm at a different point in my life to where if a white dude calls me a nigga, I'm not automatically on beat the cracker ass mode. Right. Now I feel bad for you. Now I want to laugh in your face because whatever I did pissed you off to the point where all you could say back to me was nigga. I won.
Yeah. And also
in any argument, if you get to the point where the person rebutting what you said can only insult you, you won.
Well, and true enough. But like I said, we ain't like 20. So it's like there is no random white man that's going to come up and call
No, he's not.
Ever.
Because there's a fear that is associated with using the N-word.
Yeah, of course. So it's like I said, but still, in the essence of free speech, it is to be used
responsibly.
Responsibly, in regards to employment, how because they make a connection between the two, but but still, someone just can't choose to be. They can't choose to police what you say.
Right. That's true, and I don't think people should lose their jobs for what they say.
No, you should not.
You know what I mean? But here's the catch with that. Corporations are so all they care about is their bottom line. And if what you say, if they think what you say is gonna affect their bottom line, then they have the right to terminate you.
Right.
That's it. It's all a matter of not nuance. It's a matter of what people want to do. I can't. My big word locker is locked.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Well, but
I tried to open it, and then it's jammed.
It's getting to be really kind of weird now. Like right now, I feel like speech is in like a really weird place because, like I said, people choose to be like I said in the '80s. There's a whole bunch of stuff that fly. There was stuff 10 years ago that won't fly today. Like watching The Office.
Nigga, if you watch,
like they wouldn't
bruh,
last.
Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd.
The stuff on there.
Them motherfuckers would try to burn the theater down if you tried to play that shit in there.
And it's the
black people would be trying to burn them motherfucking plays down just because it's blackface in the movie.
And
listen.
It's classic.
Did you get mad at Johnny Depp for Tropic Thunder?
Oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. My bad.
Honestly, I just thought it was stupid. I didn't think he was funny.
Did you get mad?
No.
I didn't get mad. What you mean you didn't think it was that shit? That movie was hilarious.
That movie was corny, son. That shit was corny. Ben Stiller is terrible. It's terrible, dog. I'm gonna put like this: when movies are purposely trying to be,
I got you. That shit be funny to me.
I feel
that type of shit be funny to me. I don't know. It's just because I know they being stupid.
Yeah. I mean, when he go into little monologues and was trying to talk with the little Southern accent.
If Brandon T. Jackson wasn't in that movie playing me, outside of the gay part, but his response to Robert Downey Jr.
was funny. That was
playing
funny.
the black. That's what made it funny.
That was funny.
Because that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, you not black. Be white. Be Australian. Be yourself. Why does this white man have to come in and play the role of the black guy? Because he has the name. Fuck him. You could have got me to do that shit. You could have got another black actor to do that shit.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? That was my whole thought to it. I'm like,
Yeah.
dog, that's fucking me. And then they made that nigga gay.
Yeah.
And then that was the motherfucking other part of it. The black people in the motherfucking movies.
Yeah.
That's what made that movie funny to me, because it's like it points out all the dumb shit in Hollywood. It's like,
yeah.
But Trading Places, I wasn't mad at Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah,
that
man,
shit was funny.
I agree with Dave Chappelle. Like I said, the way they're making things, where everything is just so touchy.
Yeah.
Nah, like you said, it's just
like
fucking.
You can't do anything. Now, honestly, it's different seeing white people dress up in blackface to make a mockery of black people. That's different. Them fucking hood parties that the white people be throwing, like they was throwing on Chapel Hill, and how they throw it all them Ivy League colleges and ritzy white colleges. That's fucked up. That's the shit you get angry about. Not an actor playing a role in a movie.
Well, shoot, they dressing in blackface and walking around with nooses on their neck.
That's fucked up.
That's
you making a mockery of my history.
Yeah.
If I, you know what? I was gonna say if I did something, but white people don't care about that shit.
And that's
it wouldn't even make them mad.
And that's the thing.
Because they're the
oppressor.
Yeah,
but
that shit don't. It don't hit different.
I know,
it don't hit the same.
Like cracker don't even bother them.
No, it really don't. It really don't.
Yeah,
it really don't.
They don't stink. Anyway, like I said, agree with Dave.
Yeah, I really should have lined these up, because we shouldn't be mentioning that it's Black History Month an hour into the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Black History Month.
Hell yeah.
And being Black History Month, the question always comes up. First, yes, we should celebrate it 365 days a year. Black history is American history, is world history.
You ever seen that clip where Morgan Freeman said something like, "Why do we got a month? Why only a month?" or something? He said some shit like
he was saying it.
He was saying some bullshit.
It sounded like he was saying it begrudgingly. Found my like he was saying it in the same sense that
kind of like what you said. It's American history.
No, he was saying it in the same sense that Stacey Dash was saying, "Why do we have a BET?"
Yeah.
And that's why people when that clip of Morgan Freeman came out, they was like, "The fuck is Morgan Freeman talking about?"
Yeah, man.
Because it is American history, but you making it seem like the shit shouldn't be taught.
Yeah, you really saying stuff really, really backwards and out of context, and you you know what I'm saying? If anything, you should be supporting.
When it comes to Black history, it's Black history because it's not featured in American history.
It's glossed over.
They'll talk about Martin Luther King. They'll talk about Rosa Parks. They'll mention Frederick Douglass
in passing. But the thing about it is, we have a whole, heroes, inventions.
Yeah.
Different
I'm gonna tell you like this. you only see black history being taught in schools where the majority of the students are black.
Yeah, because
That shit ain't taught in white schools.
Nope, because I've had the liberty of working in both. And at white school, it seemed like even doing anything for Black History Month was a task for our white faculty. Like nobody wanted to participate in no door contests. Nobody wanted the kids to do anything. And it was only the black teachers who were trying to push maybe doing some kind of trivia, something, some kind of program or anything. White people ain't want nothing to do with it.
No, not at all.
And it's like, okay, so now I'm at a black elementary school, and man, they going in with the facts, of course, talking about different.
Which they should, because black people need to know their history.
Yeah.
But it's still American history.
Still.
You white people need to know the history too. You need to know the history of what the fuck your forefathers did to my forefathers. Y'all need to know. Y'all need to know. You need to know so y'all don't get it in y'all crack ass heads to try to do it again.
Crazy.
Because y'all need to know about slave revolts. Y'all need to know about Haiti and what determined Africans and African Americans who don't want to be slaves are capable of.
Man.
So when y'all try that shit again and the guns come out, you ain't gonna be surprised.
Well, it's just
my teacher told me this shit would happen, and it's happening.
Well,
these niggers are crazy. We tried to make them slaves again, and the guns came out. Where the hell these niggers had so many guns? Well, you gave them to us.
Yeah. Well, despite the oppression, the resiliency of our people, and it's almost like they're trying everything they can to put a muzzle or whitewash it. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's so wild that you have a movie like You People come out with the Jewish and black.
I started to talk about that shit, but I don't.
Trying to merge the two when you're trying to say, hey, we don't need to learn about black culture, but we have to always be reminded about the Holocaust that didn't happen in the United States. And it's like slavery happened here. Jim Crow happened here. The Ku Klux Klan happened here.
I didn't like nothing about that fucking movie.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just really, really interesting. That was the mix that they tried to push.
I didn't like that Eddie Murphy character had this long, deep ass apology to the white boy, but fucking the white mom character, her apology was trash. Have you seen it?
Some of it.
All right, my bad. Spoiler alert.
Nah, you good.
That shit was trash.
I mean,
it because Eddie Murphy is Eddie Murphy, you laugh. Because Jonah Hill is Jonah Hill, you laugh. But the messaging, again, trash. The same thing with Black Panther. It's a great movie, but the messaging is trash. Trash. Stop trying to put certain fucking messages in movies and just force feed them down to people's throat.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. Fuck it. The movie was trash.
Oh, yeah, I respect it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. And then the other thing with Black history, because now you got the flip side where you got this group of people on Twitter arguing whether Black History Month is for all black people or not. Meaning, is Black history, is it just Black American history, or is it Black history? Whereas we learn about all of Black history. We learn about what Shaka Zulu did, what Queen Nzinga did, what I don't want to mess his name up. Halassi. I fucked his name up. Selassie. Haile Selassie. My bad.
Well, man, I
put
it like this. You can, but at the same time, I put it like this. I get it, the attachment that we have to Africa, meaning that we're descendants of, but we're talking about the experience of Black Americans. Some people, I don't know. Some people like try to add a bunch of stuff.
I wanna know what Carter G. Woodson meant. I want to know what his words or his thoughts were on Black history, because if you're talking about Black history in Carter G. Woodson's day, in the 20s, the late 1800s, it was about teaching them the greatness of what they were before slavery. And that goes back to Africa, right?
Well, still, yeah. Well, I mean, it's still a matter of choice. There's a lot of people that you can look at the countries, but we can't look at the map and say, man, I want to study what happened from Nigeria on or
well, it ain't.
whatever.
It's not about that. It's just about learning about civilization before slavery, or just learning about African civilizations before colonialism and all that stuff, as well as, because it's now 2013, 100 years later, as well as learning about what our forefathers did.
Well, that's fine
to contribute to this country. That's what I'm saying. It's a argument of whether or not, like, it's not African history, it's Black American. It's like it's all of it, because we ain't just like, my history don't start at slavery. I refuse to believe that shit.
All right,
God didn't create Black people in America and just poof, y'all slaves.
Yeah,
there's a history before that we need to learn about,
or just learn that, oh man, they just got tired of having us as slaves, so they gave us some rights. Like,
like,
so
it ain't it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way.
More to it.
So Beyonce going on tour.
Man, fuck Beyonce.
You going?
I know. Hell no. Oh, he got $1,000 tickets. Man.
I done seen 1,000. I seen them as low as 450. That's still too fucking much.
Look, I'll put it like this. Homeboy is a billionaire. Jay-Z is a billionaire. She get money. She getting paid right now while we talking. She get residuals.
They are billionaires.
Well,
I don't even like the fact that they say Jay-Z is a billionaire. Jay-Z and Beyonce are billionaires together.
Yeah, that's cool. So it's like, if you want to impress me, motherfucker, do a free concert for everybody that supported your ass the last 20 years. That would be great. Everybody just come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need no more money. I'm not trying to give what a girl, Blue Ivy, not trying to send her to college.
Or just make the tickets $50.
Yeah.
You gonna sell out regardless. Like, come on. Like, is it like, this is what, like, what is it? Is it you want a certain type of people at your concert?
Shit.
You gonna get the same type of people. They just gonna go broke to see your ass.
Shoot, not us.
No, I'm definitely not. Yeah.
Hey, look, I might be hard pressed to ever go to a concert again. I done seen Wu-Tang twice. I seen Nas. I ain't paying them. Them niggas, dog, but like, I love Wu-Tang. But when I say these niggas perform like 50-year-olds, dog, I'm like, I love Ghostface. Them niggas like, they're just going through the motions. I like, oh shit.
Oh, they touring because they got to.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they got
a damn shame. They should, bruh, at their age, they shouldn't even need to step on a stage ever again.
No, I mean, maybe they just love to give them something to do.
Work at McDonald's.
Nah, dog.
You know how retirees, they be bored and they just want something to do, so they go work at. Get a hobby.
No,
not to hip hop. They not on stage because they want to do it. They on stage because they gotta do it.
I don't know about all that. Some of them,
maybe not all of them.
Yeah,
some of them. Some of them need that check.
Maybe they do.
Capadonna ass probably need that check.
Maybe, but
I heard call him out. I don't need to call him out, but
you know what though? At the time I seen him, he the only one, dog. I swear to you, and I love.
I'm not trying to, like. I'm just saying. I'm using Wu-Tang. I'm using Wu-Tang, but nigga, it's
had on the granddaddy sweater. He had on that Walmart champion fit.
Yeah.
He was like, dog, come on, Jizzy, you can do better. It's a concert.
Yeah.
You got on like the whole top and bottoms of sweatsuit.
Like Jay-Z and Nas. Jay-Z ain't really trying to perform. He ain't going on tour.
Nah.
He'll drop an album. He ain't gonna perform that shit.
Yeah.
And Nas dropped the album. I don't know. Nas he's still on tour? Is he touring his new shit?
He toured.
He probably just loves it.
With Wu-Tang. Yeah, he did. They toured together.
Nas is probably one of them guys that just loves it.
Yeah.
And if he has any,
Sold out
DMX loved performing, even in his old age.
Yeah, sold out shows.
And I don't mean old age because he wasn't that old, but
50.
50-year-old DMX, and he still had as much energy as he could give.
Yeah.
When he did that verses,
Mm-hmm.
that was one of the best verses ever because
Yeah.
his energy.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I'm just definitely
But
not.
some of them
supporting
niggas is
damn
up
Beyonce.
there because they need that check.
Yeah,
you
they
see
need
a
that check.
you see a reunion tour.
Yeah, they need that check.
They need that check. All them niggas is like, oh, we got a reunion tour, man. Shit, sign me up, man. I've been waiting for this money.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if she really sell out shows with those prices, though.
You know she gonna do it.
Like I said, man. Hey, last time I checked, they
Bruh,
said,
listen.
what?
When people joke about things, it's funny, but there's still truth to it.
Yeah. Well, they said all of music sound the same. That last album was just like that Drake album. It sounded like some skate music.
And they gonna go and skate to it.
Skate to that bullshit.
They gonna go skate to it. Florida schools removing books from classrooms and libraries in order to comply with new state law.
So this is what they did. They're saying that, okay, you need to take all your books off. If you get caught having a book that's not whatever they deem appropriate, that teacher can get a felony.
That shit is real?
Yeah.
So they just taking all the books down.
They taking all the books that they feel that and if you do have books, you have to register them. You have to register them online for them to to be approved. And those books are under like your name as a teacher. And then, like I said,
okay, so that puts a lot of context into the question my daughter asked me the other day. So and I don't remember it verbatim, but it was something to the extent of, why did my teacher say we can't read books or something we can't read library books or something like that?
Yeah, well, it's just like I said, certain kinds of content that I guess they feel all of a sudden is inappropriate for the sake of supposedly conservatives fighting woke / progressive culture. So it's like Ron DeSantis, the governor, is saying, hey, we're trying to basically, in his mind, weird white nationalist mind, that I'm trying to stop kids from reading, I guess inappropriate content that they don't need to be
What's
reading
inappropriate?
About. Like, say for instance, like My Two Mommies or some shit like that. Like some kid who got lesbian parents and like how they identify. And, like, I don't know, shit getting weird. Like I said, shit getting weird. So they policed. So by a teacher having that in their classroom library, if they come and check, and that person can be charged. So
okay,
yeah, man, they're policing books.
I
can't solve no murders though.
I kind of think it's weird that I'm cool with the don't say gay shit, but I'm not cool with the stop woke shit, because it has to do with,
but you're still dealing with
black history.
Yeah.
Like,
white people jack the term.
Yeah, but we talked about this shit. The only reason that I'm cool with the don't say gay shit is because I can't hide my blackness. And black history is a part of American history. You can talk about the accomplishments of people without revealing their sexual orientation. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. Martin Luther King did this, that, and the third. You don't even have to tell me that he was married to Coretta Scott.
Yeah, like, why do I need to know that?
I don't. Now, if it's just something that you want to tell me, that's if you want to say, well, this is people in his family. All right, cool, whatever.
Yeah, you ain't got to tell me.
Yeah, but it's not
side pieces.
That didn't go into what, I mean, him being a family man, all that others, but knowing that he was married had nothing to do with him marching.
Nope.
Civil rights and all that stuff, even though she was a part of that movement. But then you tell me about Coretta Scott King and what she did. And then byline, oh yeah, that was his wife. It's a byline. I don't need to know the intricacies of their motherfucking relationship.
Not at all.
If you want to tell me Ellen was the first woman to come out as openly gay on a television show. Fine, I'm cool with that. But I don't need to know all the intricacies of her relationship.
Yeah.
You know, that in that community is an accomplishment to them.
Right.
Right? Cool. Great. But you could also tell me all the accomplishments Ellen did without telling me she was gay. Rosie O'Donnell, any other gay person. You could tell me all the accomplishments without telling me they was gay.
Yeah, that part. But the thing about it is just the fact that people, they really blurred lines as to what they feel is appropriate material. So because no one can say, hey, this particular book is for these particular kids to relate to this particular topic, and then like I said, if it's age appropriate, like I don't think in elementary school you should have things that deal with transgender or things that deal with gay relationships in an elementary classroom.
The transgender shit, most definitely, because kids shouldn't even be allowed to make that type of decision.
Yeah. I mean, now that's just our opinion.
If a kid can't get married before 18, they shouldn't be able to chop their shit off at 18.
So granted, so that's our opinion. So the thing is, like I said, they make it seem as though they don't know how to, categorize content. So it's like these are the kind of books that should be from K to 6. All right, from 6 to 8, we're dealing with adolescence. We're dealing with, different other kinds of topics, different kinds of fiction. Now, when you get to your high school level, all right, maybe the content goes up a little bit.
But
more
here's
mature.
my question: why are they taking all the books off the shelf? Because all the books ain't talking about that shit, nigga. Dr. Seuss ain't talking about that shit.
But the thing is, they're gonna have
one
to
fish,
register.
two fish, red fish, blue fish ain't got shit to do with.
But you're gonna have to register those books. So what they're doing, that the reason, so
that's
so people rather just take their
that's
whole
the
library
part
down.
that's fucked up. Why the hell do I have to register one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish?
Well, I mean,
green eggs and ham.
So it's like, okay, so as a teacher, I have to log my 300, 400 books, and then you have to say if they're appropriate or not.
Yeah, I understand. You don't have to explain it to me.
Yeah.
I just don't like. That's dumb. Yeah. It's dumb.
It's messed up.
It's a book.
Yeah.
If it's
so
not blatantly, if it's in the title, yeah, all right. My two moms, all right. Why is my uncle my auntie now? Yeah, get that fuck out of here. But Dr. Seuss, one fish, two fish. Yeah, shit.
Why we, you know what I'm saying? Why we
talking about fishes?
No, I'm trying to help you learn how to count.
Well, the two fish might be in a relationship. Who gives a fuck? Dr. Seuss ain't even motherfucking mentioned if they was or not.
Shoot. Where we at, dog?
Did you catch the Roland Martin town
hall? Saw the link, never clicked on it. But
I watched it.
But I just feel like it's much needed conversation.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you like this: Cookman need money. That's all.
That's all this.
Cookman needs money. Cookman needs money. They need alumni to donate more. They need more funding, which that's the job of the board of trustees. So y'all need to get back on the fundraising thing. Cookman needs money because this is what's gonna fix the problems that. What's gonna fix them problems? Money. They have to pay for that shit.
That's it.
They have to pay for it. That's what it all boils down to. Cookman needs money.
Start the conversation.
That's what I heard, and I'm proud of everybody that went up to Daytona and was a part of the town hall. I wanted to go, but I got a 2-year-old, and he was gonna have to come with me. And I watched that video. It wasn't a child in there. I was gonna be the only one in there with a 2-year-old, crying, screaming, making a fuss. Nah. But I watched it. And I learned some things. So
it's good.
Yeah. It all boils down to Cookman needs money,
Right.
and leadership needs to not fuck up the money.
There you go. That's it.
That's what it all boils down to.
Stop fucking up the money.
Stop fucking up the money. We got more black units of measurement. We got one more.
I give it to
a hoe.
A hoe.
A hoe. A hoe, but not to as in a whole of something that can't possibly be a half.
A whole of something that can't possibly have.
Example. Why the hell is you out with that girl when you got a whole wife at the crib?
Oh.
Bruh, this nigga just... I used to hate that shit when I first heard it, because I think it started in Chicago. And then a lot of Chicago people brought it to Saginaw. And you started hearing it. I'm like, a hoe? I can't be... I got a whole boyfriend. Or I got a whole... Boy, stop talking to me. I got a whole boyfriend at home. So is it possible that you have a half of a boyfriend? Man, you don't want to fuck with her. She got whole kids. Whole kids? And she got half kids too? Do you know anybody with half kids?
I'm telling you, I ain't even hungry. I got a whole sandwich at the house.
Man, these niggas done told my whole fucking car. They have told half the car. It's funny because it represents something that can't possibly be a half.
That's deep.
I used to hate it, but I love it. I love it now because it's so funny.
Yeah, man.
Black-owned business feature for the day. Royal Pineapple Companies. It's a business owned by my homeboy. We was in art class together at Cookman. So it's a Cookman double yeah. It's locked again. Went to Cookman and it's black owned. So it's okay, yeah. Alumni owned and black owned. So
there we go.
Royal Blossom Company. They also, it's the father brand of Right Brand Clothing. I don't want to mess it up. Right Brand Clothing. It's an apparel line, clothing store. You know, this is my boy. I know we said we weren't gonna do much apparel, like stuff like that, but no, that's fam. So I'm gonna shout him out.
Yes, sir.
So, my boy Terrence is one of the owners. So shout out to Terrence. Yeah, you can reach them at Royal Blossom Company _ ROYAL Blossom Company _ Website is rightbrandclothing.com. Again, it's gonna be on the YouTube. I'm not spelling that shit. So if you on Spotify, just bounce over to the YouTube real quick. And I've been putting the timestamps in the videos. So you ain't gotta watch the whole video. If you watched it on Spotify, just go over to the YouTube, look in the description. The timestamps is there. It's right there at the bottom. Just click on where it says Black Owned Business Feature, and you skip right to there so you can learn how to spell Royal Blossom Company and Right Brand Clothing. Go check them out. Order you some shirts, some hoodies, sweatpants. You know, they got some. He been doing his thing. I remember when it was just shirts. You know what I'm saying? He was just trying to push the shirts. He liked doing the V-necks. You know, and that's cool. So
yeah, consistency matters, man. When it comes to this business thing, keep it up.
He been building. So shout out to you, Right Brand Clothing, Royal Blossom Company. Final thoughts, last words.
Oh yes, sir. On the concept of the $50 million slave, we need to understand that these individuals are still people, and that doing bad things is not race specific. If this particular group of people does a crime versus another person doing a crime, they should be reported the same. I hate double standards. I hate hypocrisy. Let's call out one just like you'll call out the other. And just also because they make that particular amount of money, they're not above the law. All there is to it.
Facts. I ain't got nothing. You said it. I will say this. Let's stop overhyping the first black. Celebrate it. Be proud of them. But understand, it's the first because we live in a racist ass country. This shit should have been happening. Should have been happening. So let's stop getting overhyped about the first black this and the first black that. Black people are great, and the reason it's first black is because our greatness shows through any motherfucking obstacle.
Resilience.
Want to remind y'all again, if y'all like this episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the video to your friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, that dusty motherfucker at your job that you don't like.
Yep.
Share it to him because we probably said something about his ass in this
about
video.
Your stinking
and we probably said something that will resonate with his ass, that will make him think, maybe I should change my dusty ass ways.
So stinking, man.
FTSD Podcast on all social medias.
Yes, sir.
If you can't find us, we ain't there. With that being said, this has been, you know what I ain't said in a while?
What's that?
Living love like it's your last. Living love like it's all you have. I don't even think I said that shit last week.
I don't think so. We just did an interview.
Yeah, man. I be just trying to keep up with the social media shit to make sure they like and subscribe and all this shit. I be forgetting my own blurbs.
Absolutely.
Living love like it's your last. Living love like it's all you have. With that being said, this has been the Fuck That Shit Dawg Podcast.
Yes, sir. We out.